Let's have a look at the tech side first. Cosmetically, the 300 has new plastics. Actually, there's one aspect I didn't particularly like about the plastics here, but I'll talk about that later. The seat height for the Thai market is 83 centimeters. It's estimated that an additional 5 centimeters will be added on for the Western market. One significant and surprising alteration is the drop in weight. The 300L is 5 kilograms lighter. The new model is a 286cc fuel-injected engine with a 6-speed gearbox. This is providing a 36% increase in power. Now there's loads of information already out there on the tech side and it's not my forte. So if you want to find out more and get really in depth on the tech and specs of this bike, I suggest just go on Google and have a look. So let me show you the bike in action. And this is the point where I screwed up. I thought I was recording, but in fact I had pressed the record button prior, and when I pressed it again, it was just on, it wasn't recording. So this whole stretch was not recorded. Anyway, it's just a simple trail, so what I'll do instead is I'll switch to the Thai promo on this, showing much more professional off-road riders taking this bike through its paces.
ทำไมพวกวิบากไม่มีแบบคุยคลิปมั่งแบบตบเข้าไปเลยอ่ะ
So the question on the lips of many friends was, how does it compare to the 250? Well, I don't do a heck of a lot of off-road. I would say 70% of my riding is road, back roads, and 30% is just more trails and soft off-road. All I can say is what I experienced. I have taken the 250 on dirt before, and I can feel that the 300 has just that bit more grunt. Comparing my own bike, the Kawasaki Dtracker 250cc, it definitely has that little bit more bite that I would like. But not enough for me to want to buy one. If I didn't already have a 250cc, I would go for this bike for sure, with a few adjustments. I would change the suspension, I would change the way the throttle is. It's just a little bit too glitchy for me, and I would make it a little bit more road focused than off-road focused to suit my riding needs. Overall, I would say it's a great bike and a lot of fun. At this point, what I'm really holding out for is the 400. Going from a 250 to a 300 just doesn't seem like a big enough gap. In saying that though, many friends have already kitted out their 250 with a big bore kit, converting their bike to a 300 or a 350. But it does have its downfalls, for example, fuel guzzling. It will be interesting to see if people start using a big bore kit in this 300 to convert it, and what the results will be. So, what are the negatives? Well, one of the things I mentioned earlier was the plastics. I would say that this new design seems to expose you more to the heat of the bike. Well, I certainly experienced a great amount of heat on my inner thigh. I was on a ride for 10 hours though, and even though it's cool season officially here in Thailand, the temperatures are still soaring. So it was a super hot day. I also went out during a peak holiday period and I hit some intense traffic in certain tourist hotspots. At one point I was going up a mountain and I was stuck behind back-to-back traffic in a narrow route. All I could do was just sit behind the vehicles in first gear, waiting for an opportunity to pass them whilst the bike got hot. So, if you take this bike for a test ride or if you buy it, I would really like to know your thoughts on the heat that it produces, and if you notice that it seems a bit more than usual or not. It could be that it was just the set of circumstances that I was in at the time. Overall, I would say it definitely is an improvement. It's a great bike, it's nice, it's fun, and with a few modifications, it would be perfect.